Hello everyone, welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game. Today we're not going to be playing the tycoon part. Today we are going to be building a small, compact, Russian themed car. We're going to be building just a base model first, then maybe an other model, a smaller one, like a more hatchback, type, not a more hatchback one, just a rounder one. And then we're also definitely going to go ahead and stance it. Anyways, this is a 97 body, the year is 1999, and this is the Murata SS, and then Bistri, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, according to Google Translate, that is Russian for fast. But without further ado, let's get right in. As you can see, the quality is already on -1. You'd love to see it. We're going to go for an aluminium panel material, and actually monocoque chassis, since I think some of the Ladas had monocoque chassis. Then for this, we're just going to go steel. We're going to go with front longitudinal, and then we are going to go, ooh, that's a difficult one. Maybe solid axle leaf in the front and solid axle coil in the back. And we're definitely going to lower that down. I thought this was already on -1. There we go. Anyways, let's make a new engine. I'll name it later. Anyways, this is going to be an inline 3. It's going to be cast iron. Then we are going to make this, let's go to 115 here, and then let's make it like 2.4 liter inline 3. Cool. Okay, that's definitely going to go wrong. Going to be very unreliable, but you know what? That's fine, because it's a Russian car, right? Anyways, let's go over here. Crank, just gonna go cast iron, cast, and then I think we'll have to go for balancing shafts. I think we'll go for harmonic damper first. It's probably not going to be enough, so we're probably gonna have to go for balance shafts. Anyways, let's go to the next panel. Won't touch any of this just yet. No turbocharger. Then we're gonna go for carburetor, I think, double barrel. And then we can make it a bit smaller. We can lower that down to 45. As for the intake manifold, how about we go medium, and then we can leave it like that, I think. That should be fine, I hope. Medium, bit smaller. Nah, actually we'll leave it like that. As for the exhaust, it's a single exhaust, and we can definitely make the exhaust a tiny bit smaller. Catalytic converter, how about none? Then the first muffler, none as well, and then a reverse flow, and oh god. So the engine's reliability is too low to sell, and the engine is too unbalanced. Okay, so the unbalanced, I thought that would be the case, so we can change that to balance shafts. And then we're obviously going to need to lower the RPM 2 to 3,400, which is slightly unideal. 3,400, okay, that's really low. So then we're just going to need to increase some of this bottom end stuff right here. So, let's check this. How about we can go for forged, and then heavy duty forged. Then we can, that's not even that good, lightweight forged. Oh, that's a bit better. And then for the crank, forged 2, and then quality up a bit. This is going to be very expensive. How expensive is this? Oh, 578. That's actually, I'm fine with that actually. Honestly, that's not even too bad. Okay, so we can rev to 4,000 RPM now. Let's see. We want to get maybe just a tiny bit higher. Do we go hyper eutectic, low friction, lightweight forged? We're gonna have to go for lightweight forged. I mean, now we can rev to 4,700, which is high enough. That's like where I want to have it at. So 47. Do we want to rev all the way to 47? Yes, we do. Okay, that's very nice. So we got just short of 100 horsepower. No actual current warnings, which is nice. Maybe we can lower the compression a bit. Now we have a lot of unutilized octane, so I guess we can go just like that, probably. Cam profile. Because it doesn't rev very high, I think we can go like this probably. Actually, that's lowering our stuff. Let's see. Up to 55, we won't up it too high. Springs and lifters, what happens when we change that? Do we like that? Not really, it doesn't really change that much. 55, okay, I'll leave it at that. Let's see if there's anything else we can do. Balancing mass, do we wanna increase that? I don't know, because we had some issues with our balancing mass, but it seems to be fine now. That's fine, that's fine. As for the fuel system, do we have any restrictions here? Oh yeah, we actually do. Okay, so carburetor size, we can put that all the way up. And actually, we can put that even more like that, and then maybe decrease the size a bit. Intake manifold, we're going to want to increase the size of that a bit then too. We'll increase that to 65. And then it says that there's a bit of restriction at the headers as well. So let's see, we'll put that at like 55. I don't want to go for tubular, so 64. There we go, then we can increase the exhaust a tiny bit. That's 120 horsepower at 4700 RPM. Then ideally we want to rev a bit higher, but there's no way we're going to be able to do that, right? Unless, let's see, bottom end, Conrod. What if we change it to lightweight titanium? Then it like gets a lot better, but do we want that? It's below 1,000, so I guess it's going to be a really expensive engine though, so we're just going to have to cheap out on the literally rest of the entire car. Actually, that's not even so good. Now I'll just keep it at what it was actually. So bottom end will go with heavy duty forged. But yeah, oh, I had lightweight forged. Okay. So then back to over here on aspiration. Where is it? Top end. There we are. 4700. 125 horsepower. Okay, I'm actually very happy with that. That's gonna be fine. Then let's just go through that. Very nice. Looking good. Okay. So, actually, body quality minus like 4. There we go. That's how we want it. I'll color it and put on the pictures later. It's gonna be rear-wheel drive with a manual 3-4-3 speed. Estimated top speed is 241. Whoa, that's fast. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that at all. We actually have very little wheel spin, so maybe we can up that to like 55. Whoa, okay. We probably want that like there. Actually, because it's so fast, we can probably go like this. And then, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Is this still accurate? Yes, it is. We'll put that 80. Yeah, okay, lit. Differentials, those are going to have to be open, which is fine. Now, we did give it a 4 speed, so we are going to put the quality down 1. We're going to have actually cross-ply tires, I think. That should be fine. Chunky off-road all-terrain. Probably hard long life. Although, I think we'll just go for medium compound, actually. These tires, that's fine, dude. Do we want them to be any bigger? They're actually quite large already. So, 555s, 13, 12-inch rims, and then 560s. There we go. Then we can have these go to like 140. Well, actually, it's something in the rear. We're going to keep them at 130 there. That's pretty nice. Then let's have these stick out a little bit, because that's a bit ridiculous. There we go. We can go like that in the front, and then in the back, we can go like that. Okay, nice. I'm just going to keep the material steel. As for the front brakes, I think we'll go really drums. Then slide that up a bit, and actually we can put this at 120, like 125, and then slide this down to 180, since I'm hoping it's going to be pretty light. 170, and then 110 there, maybe. I don't know. We'll keep it at that. No under tray at all. Basic interior. Basic CD. Yeah, we'll give it a CD flare. That's fine. Yeah, so definitely basic interior. Do we have? I think it's gonna be a 4-seater. I do want seats in the back, but to be slightly realistic, it's gonna be a 4-seater. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be literally 3 amputees sitting next to each other to be able to fit in. So steering, we're not going to really give it power steering, I think. No ABS. Safeties, do we not have earlier? Why not? Okay, we'll give it basics, 90s. Then I guess, quality, we're gonna have to do that like -5. There we go. That's pretty good. We'll go with standard springs, twin tube, passive. Oh god. Brake suffers from severe brake fade. Okay. As for the spring presets, I think we'll go for normal, and then maybe make them a bit harder. Yeah. There we go. Actually, that's probably fine. So the brakes suffer from severe brake fade, and the pure brake force is very high. What's that? What if I put that up to 20? 220. You happy? And they still suffer from brake fade. What if I give it that in the front? That should be a bit better. So then the front force is probably very high, so I'll put that at like 105, and then the rear brake force, put that at like 70. Are you going to be happy with that? Yeah, that's probably fine. So I'll ignore all the braking issues. Issues with wheel spin. Yeah, that's actually pretty expected. Where's the gearing? There we go. So wheel spin, plus wheel spin. We'll put that down to like 70, maybe even 65. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Tough feet. It says 208 here. 232 apparently. There we go. We'll go down a bit then, I guess. Okay. Quality in that. How about, do we put it +1 again? Nah, I keep it -1. Oh, look at how low it's scoring. Low safety, low comfort, low everything. Very nice. What is it going to cost? And this car is going to cost you $7,700. And you know what? I think that's pretty fine. Below 8 grand, you know, honestly, I'm actually kind of happy with that. Now I'm just going to do some morphing, make it a bit more square, and then actually decorate it and stuff like that. Here is the Murata SS Bistri. I think that's what it is. Anyways, here it is, and actually I'm pretty happy with the design. Pretty minimalistic, but that was the goal here. I did also make an interior, and honestly, I was hoping it would be a bit more square. But I actually think it's a good thing that it isn't as square as the Lada's, because it would have otherwise just literally been an actual Lada. Also, yes, I did make the headlamps yellow, because I believe that's a bit more cheaper and it's kind of common in Europe. And about the number plates, yes, we're just going to say that this is going to be a Russian car being sold in England, apparently. I didn't have any modern number plates and I was too lazy to get them. Anyways, let me know what you think of this down in the comments below. And whilst you're down there, you can go ahead and go to the description and you should find a link to my Discord server, in which you'll be able to download this card. And you'll also be able to download the really cool, fast V something version, which I'm going to make right now, and then see you guys in beamng. Also, one last thing, yes, I know I made the wheels way too big before, so I made them a lot smaller. Now, here's the configuration if you want to see it. Okay everybody, welcome to beamng.drive. Here is the regular one, and it sounds pretty nice. We've got a tiny bit of wheel spin, but that's fine. Anyways, it drives really well in my opinion. The interior is a bit zoomed in, so we could just zoom out manually like this, but then it looks really weird. I don't know, maybe that's just a standard thing that that part doesn't load. Anyways. Yeah, I really like this car. Suspension is maybe just a tiny bit too high, but I do think that it is properly tuned. Anyways, with lack of ABS and open differentials, of course, it slides like crazy when you brake. Also because of the fact that I am playing on keyboard, which means that I can't just like gently tap the brakes. I'll have to like simulate ABS with my finger by tapping S multiple times. Anyways, it can one wheel peel beautifully, also in second gear, which is kind of nice, but oh well. Anyways, we can drive this back, and actually if you take a bit of a look around, it's exported perfectly, and then we'll take a look at the sport version, which is probably what you've been waiting for. But you know, in general, I'm very happy with how it's turned out. It's rear-wheel drive, you know, I think like 120 horsepower, right? Pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Let's there we go. That was actually not so bad. Anyways, that's also the one we're going to be taking onto the track later. So let's just park next to that. There we go. Let's turn off the engine. Okay. Now let's switch over to this one. I can turn it on. I can turn it on. I can turn it on. There we go. You can hear this one's a lot louder. Wow! I almost need to scream to get over the top of that. Anyways, let me just give you the specs before I forget. So this one has a bit more than 400 horsepower. It's a 90 degree V8, I believe, a bit more than 400 horsepower. So it's really nice. As you can see, we got the splitters over here. It's a matte red color, which is something I really like. It's a bit hard to see, but we actually have a fender here on the side, and we've got some orange racing lines here, which are going to increase our top speed by about 30 kilometers per hour. Then the front over here, we've just got a slight upgrade with the fact that these that the lights are no longer the cheap yellow, but they're now white, just regular. We've got this front splitter over here, side skirts, a rear diffuser to quadruple exhausts, got a grille at the back, we got a small spoiler over here. As you can see, it is EFI. We've got the Murata SS text on the top over there, and we've also got a little bit of a hood scoop, about which I'm unsure if I actually like that much. Anyways, as you can hear, it sounds pretty good, and oh, that's zoomed out a bit far. Anyways, it revs really high. Let's just put it back in the parking brake. It revs to like 7,200 RPM, which is really nice. And the top speed is crazy, so I can just calmly drive this a bit, I guess. There we go. And once we get over here, we can start racing. I hope you guys can still hear me properly. But yeah, as you can see, this thing is incredibly fast. It's a 6-speed manual, but it doesn't have ABS. I did give it a tiny bit of traction control, because otherwise the wheel, according to the thing, the wheel spin would be at 100% on the first 5 gears. I wanted to make it a 5-speed manual, but that was just incredibly wheel spinny too. So yeah, honestly, I think I really like this car. And it's going to be definitely a lot of fun to drive on the track. But first off, you know, we drive around here a bit, and then I've got to listen to my recording and check if you guys can actually still hear me. Why did the engine turn off? Come on, that was unnecessary. Also, it can actually drift like really well. Like, this is a drifting boy. Like, honestly, it can drift like actually good. And the reverse is amazing too. It can reach like 80 kilometers per hour in reverse. I'm going a bit fast now. Yeah, we kind of lost all our tires. Let's just reset it like that. There we go. Let's see. Let's reverse a bit over here. As you can see, it's pretty fast in reverse. We reach 80 kilometers an hour, which is that's actually almost nearing highway speed. Not really, but oh well. We can do this too, which is pretty cool. We can't burn out because the brakes are incredibly good. We've got 6 piston vented brakes, which is slightly unrealistic, but according to automation, we are still experiencing severe brake fade. Also, something which I thought was really cool was, according to automation, the other car wasn't actually so good. The base model wasn't so good, and we sold 300 of that, and we sold, I believe, quite a bit more of this one. I got it in my calculator. Let's see what it actually turned out to be. We sold 11.5 times as much of this model as of this model, which is pretty cool. Anyways, enough ranting, I guess. I'm going to take this bad boy to the track. Also, this Bishu covert, it was on the loading screen, and it made me realize that, wait a second, these two look really similar. So I decided to load it in for a second, because on the loading screen it looked really similar for some reason. Anyways, it is quite a bit different, but they do actually kind of look somewhat almost similar. Also, the base model of that one, I can just get rid of this. The base model of this car costed a bit more than 7 grand, and this one costs 25, which makes it even more surprising that it sold so well. Anyways, as I was saying, we should probably be able to get a new high score on here, because, you know, the only other cars we ever raced on here was a Bentley hatchback, which was pretty fast, and the only other one was a city car I made, which was actually pretty slow. So, yeah, you know, this car should be absolutely fine. It is more horsepower than both of them. Not both of them combined, but that's fine. Anyways, something that's definitely going to kill this a little bit is the lack of ABS, because, you know, it's a 1999 Russian car, supposedly. Some things are slightly unrealistic, but you know, let's just say it's like 2009, and someone decided to buy this and then upgrade it a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know, ABS kind of unrealistic, but thinking about the fact that there is a slight bit of LSD on here is does make it logical that we might add ABS. Anyways, we were just at the beginning of 5th gear, and keep in mind that this is a 6-speed manual. So we have like a whole other 2 gears to go. Also, I'm slowing down a bit excessively here, just because this corner always seems to kill me. Every single time. It's a terrible corner. Anyways, there we are. Let's see if we can not lock the brakes here. Oh, that was slightly locked, but oh well. Again, slightly locked, but that's fine. Oh, that shift was a bit too early. Anyways, I'm not sure if I said this already, but you can join the Discord via the link in the description, and then you can download this car as well as the base model in there. Oh, and that's when I was not paying attention. Anyways, that wasn't actually too bad. Also, This car like totally doesn't understeer. It drives very well. The handling is actually surprisingly good. Like with a bit of tuning, this could actually just be like a drift car or something. I could totally see that happening. Me making a drift version of this. Would you want me to make a drift version of this? If you do, then let me know down in the comments, and then I'll also make a bit of a more sedan-like version of this as well. Anyways, yeah, that's a new record, not even by that much. Wow, only like 3 seconds. I expected it to be a new record by a bit more, but oh well, that's fine. Anyways, that's that, I guess. For right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.